Well, I got this little 89 323 back for a service and brakes. Just drove it in and noticed that it needs a thermostat, the heater fan motor is stuffed, and needs front brakes. I just had tyres done to it, but yeah, because it just won't warm up at all. I went and felt the radiator and the radiator's warm, so that means it's got full water flow to the radiator at all times. So I got it to idle now, but it stayed on cold start for quite a while, but just nothing. So the heater would be useless, everything. Best do a set of belts. Notice they're a bit noisy, and the alternator water pump one looks fucked, and the power steering aircon one is noisy. So replace them both. I better have a look at the timing belt just for the fun of it. But I did do the head on this a couple of years ago. Might have done the belt then, can't remember. Oh well, this car's not getting finished today. This wheel bearing's slightly sloppy, so I was going to book that in for next week. But pushing the piston in, put the jar on, open the nipple, take the pads out, the caliper blew. So there's obviously a lot of fluid in the boot. When I've pushed it back, it's all come out. It's all dripping on the ground. So it needs a caliper rebuild, both sides. The other side's alright, but you do one, you're doing both. And this top slide pin's seized, so I can't actually move the caliper at all. That's how it works. The piston puts pressure on this pad, and the reaction force of the piston pushing that way pushes the whole caliper assembly that way, and then puts pressure on this pad. But this pin's stuck, so it won't move. The bottom one tries to move, but the top one, nothing. So have to get this whole side rebuilt. Good fun. Well, I got this hub assembly off, so I'll send both calipers out, and yeah, good thing I picked this bearing. Slight bit of slop when the wheel was on, but have a listen to it. It's rooted. If you find any slop in these sorts of bearings, they're usually fucked. They're non-adjustable, they're pressed in. So yeah, that's had it. That's because of the caliper. Put too much load on one side. Here's the caliper with bad pins. You can see that one moves. This one, completely rock solid. So, they'll fuck a bearing every time. Well, got a nice new wheel bearing fitted. So, feels like it should now. Excellent. I'll put that back together. Well, there we go. Fully recoat calipers, new pads, and good bearing. All together now. Checked out the hose and there's no cracking or anything, so should be alright. If it was my car I'd change it, but I think I blew their budget just doing this. So all it was in for was pads. I wasn't even in for that, it was just for an oil change and some stuff. But then pads and all this stuff. And tyres, yeah. Oh, there's the driver's side done. So now what I've got to do is put fluid in and bleed them up, and they should work. Well, I got the old thermostat out, and the spring in it had gone quite weak. So you can open it very easily. Well, not with one thumb, but yes. So that's why that had failed. It's opening at about 50 degrees. And Brian was supervising. Oh, there we go, it's all back together. The thermostat's done, topped up with coolant. Done the two belts down here. Brian's checked it over for me and he reckons it's all good. So, yeah, let's see how it goes.